Yesterday evening, Kaden Sieracki gave his commitment to Baylor Football, to Dave Aranda, Eric Mateos, Jeff Grimes and company. Joey McGuire, heavily involved in that as well. The young man from the Woodlands High School joins us on SicEm365 Radio. Paul, Catalina, David, and Craig Smoak. So, Kaden, first thing you need to do is, I know that you're driving to Florida with your father. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So why are you guys driving and your mother and the rest of the family is flying?
Well, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of flying because I usually don't really fit in planes, and driving is just more comfy, and I think it's better for nice because the planes don't really usually fit my body. That's not cool.
No, I mean, you're a big kid. I mean, and those puddle jumpers sometimes can be a little bit tight. And so you're on your way to Florida. How much does you get to enjoy it even more? You've made this commitment, you've made your decision, and now you can relax.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. It really is. I mean, I was hoping, before like July 4th, just thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? After the unofficial, I was like, man, that just felt like home, and it was just amazing. I was like, why not do it now? So, it's awesome.
What about Dave Aranda, Jeff Grimes, Eric Mateos really drew you to Baylor?
What'd you say?
What about the coaches, Coach Aranda, Coach Grimes, Coach Mateos? What drew you to Baylor?
Definitely Coach Mateos. They just kind of like have that family atmosphere over there, and I'm really into that, and that's like definitely like the big reason.
Kaden, we've gotten to talk to Eric Mateos a couple of times, gotten to know his personality a little bit. How would you describe his personality and the style of coach he is from what you've been able to pick up?
How would I describe it?
Yeah.
He's super cool. Like, he's like super laid back. He's, someone that you know really easily. You can get into his roots pretty easily. And, but yeah, he's just super laid back and cool, and just loves the game too. And it's all.
Your mother called you a gentle giant, but she said when the football games or when you put a uniform on, things change inside perhaps your body and your mind. Would you call yourself that, a gentle giant, but a little bit of a different animal when the games begin?
Yeah, I'm pretty nice, like, outside of football. I think, like, all my friends tell me, like, I don't know how you go into a game and you become a different, person. Yeah, I think I'm a pretty nice guy outside of football. When football comes on, and I put on my helmet, I feel go dominate and be a dog. Yeah.
So when those, do you have like a moment where the lights come on where it's just like you're zoned in and you're a different person?
Whenever I walk out of our tunnel, when I put on my helmet, I'm like, man, I just got to turn it on. And we all go crazy as Woodlands, and it's just, it's awesome. I just put on my helmet, I'm like, man, here comes a different breed of human.
Different breed.
You've got a brother, Colton, that's also being recruited. You guys have picked up some of the same offers, including Baylor. What was his reaction to you making your announcement, and what is it like to go through that process with your brother?
It is so cool. I don't know if not many people get to do that. They don't have like a brother that that's also an offensive lineman who's also a dog. And whenever we both got it, it was crazy. I didn't think he and him were both going to. I know Colton's he's going to be able to choose wherever he wants to go. Freak, And it was just one of the most cool moments whenever we both got that offer, and it was just it was crazy. It was awesome. I can't describe it.
You had an older brother, or you have an older brother, and you went to Concordian Lutheran High School, correct? When you started high school, is that in Tomball?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you were there for a couple of years, and then eventually you're at the Woodlands, and you're going from Concordia Lutheran to one of a massive school. The Woodlands is a large school, although Conroe and that area has exploded. With every school seems to be large. What was that transition like for you? Because you kind of really just are somewhat raw and young when it comes to your offensive line experience.
Yeah, it was whenever not putting any shade on Concordia, they're great coaches over there. It's just whenever I came over to the Woodlands, I didn't really know kind of how I basically passed that or kind of run block. And when I got to the Woodlands, we only had COVID hit, once basically one quarter of the year is what I had there. And I learned a lot from Coach Anderson, and all those guys, but I didn't really I kind of learned how to pass set basically my last junior year, and from those from my friends, they were kind of teaching me. MJ, he goes to Baylor right now. He's a beast, and a few of my Titan and Jalen, they've all kind of taught me how to both run block and just be aggressive through that. And I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, I really liked it. Coming over, and then I just basically learning. It was kind of the hard part as well, but so I had to learn it just throughout the whole process of the season. So but yeah.
Concordia Lutheran has 450 enrollment. Woodlands has 4,250. Was that how much of an adjustment was that as well?
It was pretty crazy. I don't know why. It was insane. I mean, I came over, and there was 1,000 kids in a class, and that was insane. And I mean, but yeah, I made friends pretty fast, and yeah, it was awesome.
Kaden, who'd you talk to, or who did you call? I guess, was it Mateos or Randa? Who did you give a call to give your commitment, and what was the reaction from the coaches once you let them know?
I called Mateos, and he was so excited. He's like, "Let's go, dude!" I knew you were gonna be a Bear, but yeah, it was awesome. It was super cool. But yeah, and then he put me on the phone with Randa, and it was awesome.
All right, so you had to miss your. What was it, your 8th grade or 9th grade year? You couldn't play football. Which year was that?
Oh, that was 8th grade.
All right, what happened? Tell everybody, let's get some truth serum going. How did you hurt yourself?
Well, my mom used to own this place called Urban Air, and we have dodgeball, and it's got these trampolines, and I, get pretty competitive when it comes to dodgeball. And I threw a ball, and I threw out my elbow, and it released a piece of cartilage and went in between my joints. And he got stuck there, and I couldn't I was at a 90-degree angle on my elbow. And I got, and this is in the beginning of the season, so I didn't even get to play a game, and that sucked, and that was brutal. And then so I got surgery on it, and I was I was out for the whole season, which also sucked. And but yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, I'm good now. I'm full. I'm ready to go.
Were you one of the largest? Were you one of the largest water boys ever?
Probably. I mean, I can handle some water. I was pretty good.
You had to do something. I mean, you were around football, and you've been around football a lot, and your family lineage when it comes to athletics. Kaden Sieracki is our guest from the Woodlands. He committed to Baylor last night. He's on SicEm365 Radio.
Kaden, there's an Urban Air here. I know that the Baylor won't like you to go to it. I mean, are you
off limits?
I was thinking how fun that would be. Yeah. That must have been awesome.
Yeah. Have you retired from trampolines and dodgeball and zip lining?
I mean, I dabble with dodgeball. Dodgeball's my thing. I mean, I like it. But I mean, trampolines. I mean, my brother's Colton. He can do backflips and crazy stuff. He's a freak. My older brother, he does that stuff too. I'm crazy into doing backflips and front flips, but I mean, I can jump around. Okay. Dodgeball's definitely my thing.
Okay, so yeah, dodgeball. I mean, you're a big, tall guy, and that's not necessarily a negative, but so you can move, you can move side to side pretty well.
I think I can. I mean, yeah, I do. I mean, yeah, dodgeball requires that, I guess. Yeah, but yeah.
Kaden, you might have mentioned it a few minutes ago, but do you have many guys on the current Baylor team that you know or that you've gotten to know, or is it kind of all brand new to you, some of the guys that are currently on the team?
The only person I know right now is MJ, and he actually did help me through the whole learning how to pass set and kind of basically played offensive line in basically 2 months of the summer. And I mean, yeah, he was definitely a good mentor for me. And at the Woodlands, he kind of, because he played left tackle, I played right. And yeah, he was definitely a big help. And he actually did. He made a playbook for me to learn all the plays. He's like, dude, you're going to start. And I was like, okay. And he drew this playbook for me. And I'm not gonna lie, it did help. It did. I learned the plays pretty fast because he's a genius too.
Your uncle is Glenn West. He was the longtime football coach. He's a Texas High School Coaches Association and part of that executive committee. He was at Brenham. He said that you guys used to come over and watch him. That's where you kind of grew up around Brenham football. Your mother was you talked about playing dodgeball. Did you get that athletic ability? And I know your dad's listening too, so I'm not trying to say he didn't have it because I know he did. But she was a gymnast and pretty tall.
Yeah.
Did you get some of that from her?
I think I did. My uncle also played football in college. He was at Tulsa. He played offensive line at Tulsa. But my dad, he played basketball at JUCO, and he was a beast. I mean, he could throw down, but I mean, yeah, I think I got it from both sides.
So when you stopped playing basketball, did your father have a father-son talk with you at that time? How much did that break his heart?
I mean, it was the reason I stopped playing basketball is because I was not a big fan of running. I'm not. Like, I like it. It's cool. He was really sad. He was like, Kate, like, it's good conditioning. That's why I did it. In all honesty, I like basketball. I can shoot. I mean, I got a strap, but I mean, yeah, he was a little heartbroken, but I mean, he knew. He's like, you're a big dude. You definitely are more football wise, but yeah.
Did you actually notice it's funny timing that Baylor, they put out a video today with all the guys out there playing basketball at the Farrell Center?
I saw that. They were looking for some shooters for a national championship. So did your agreement with Coach Aranda, Eric Mateos, and Jeff Grime, anything about you not having to run gassers?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't. Jeez, I hope not. But I mean, if that's what I got to do to, do it, I mean, yeah, I'll do it. I mean, I can run, but it's just not one of my favorite things to do.
Well,
I'm with you.
Most people agree with you. Now I think I don't know if these are your aunts or on your mother's side or your father's side, but they were both college soccer players at Oklahoma and Arizona State. So there's even part of that as well.
Oh yes, that's on my mom's side. They're my aunts.
Yeah,
and they're pretty. They're athletes as well. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we have all these athletes in our family. I guess it translated. I hope it did. They played soccer.
And both of them were goalies too, weren't they? Doesn't that say a little bit about their toughness?
Oh yeah. Lisa and Ashley, they are tanks. They're units. They're crazy athletes too.
Where did your dad play junior college basketball?
Where'd you play? I played at FJC. Lisa played at LSU. He played at FJC. Wherever that is. Florida Junior College.
Okay. All right. Part of the junior college basketball is really, really good. I covered it for many, many years. All right, couple more things. The Woodlands. Craig knows this. There was a time, Danny Amendola, and that school was elite. I know you guys are still good, really good, but you got a quarterback that's getting a lot of attention, Mabry.
Oh, yeah. The chosen one.
And 6'6", 220. He's going to some pretty nice places himself. It's Mabry Matoyer? Matoyer. And so how much do you want to make sure, if he's the chosen one, doesn't that mean you're one of the chosen ones to protect him?
I think so. I mean, yeah, he's awesome. I think our offense this year is going to be super lethal. Our defense is also going to be pretty good. But, yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I've known him for, I want to say, till first grade. And we've all been really good friends. Like me, our entire offensive line is just we've all been super tight. Like Colton will probably play left guard. Cross Tucker, his cousin. The Tuckers are crazy athletes. He'll play left tackle. I mean, I think we're going to be really good. But yeah, walking behind, in front of Mabry is going to be awesome. And he's one of the coolest guys in the world. He really is.
All right. Now, Coach Rapp is now your head coach, correct?
Yes, sir.
He was the offensive line coach. How much of that transition helps you out?
Oh, it's awesome. He comes around a lot to the offensive line, and he likes us to be dirty and mean and just plant people, and that's what he really likes. And it's awesome.
Hey, get yourself away from us and go enjoy your vacation. Kaden, it's been a blast to have you on the show. Look forward to seeing you down the road. Enjoy Florida. Enjoy the family down there and enjoy some decompression time. And Craig, anything else to say?
Yeah, congrats on making your commitment. That's a big deal. I know it's a stressful process, so congrats on that, and we look forward to covering you moving forward.
Thank you. It's awesome.
Kaden Sieracki with us, the Woodlands, who committed to Baylor last night. He's got a little personality, a little charismatic.
He might be in the Troy Baker line.
Yeah,
there
very
you
well
go.
could.
Former Connolly star who was just a man-child for Baylor and Randy Clements on the offensive line.
Yeah, and I mentioned his brother's also being recruited by Baylor. They both got SMU offers the other day. I know his brother and he both have a lot of offers. So I think it's just cool. I don't know where he's going to end up ultimately, if it's Baylor, together, or if, they separate and go their separate ways. But regardless, I think that's pretty cool that you can have somebody by your side that's going through, a similar situation like that, because I'd much rather have my brother involved than, some random, former assistant coach who now, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of some of the shady stuff that happens sometimes in recruiting. That's cool that you have somebody that you know so well that's going through the same thing that you can bounce things off of, is a family member and not just a teammate. So that's awesome that they're getting to do that.
Yep, he was fun to listen to and talk to. Kaden Sieracki, the Woodlands Baylor class of 22 offensive lineman. Grayson Grundhafer will give us even more insight on Kaden, and also a huge weekend. Visits, official ones, on the Baylor campus in Waco have started, and what all that means as well. And this is SicEm365 Radio. Penny Clinic Low T